top-ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the Virginia Cavaliers. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Stanford Cardinal, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Stanford ready to kick it away to start this game. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll go to the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Reinbold. Out of the backfield, he's open. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Power football with the run. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
The Cavaliers have their offense in high gear. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. He's got it along the sideline. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Virginia!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. But if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper coming on that 48-yard touchdown dart. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. throw on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Under fire. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Reinbold. Rushes on him. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. On the option. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little gain because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on first and goal. They'll try to run for it. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Throws a nice completion there for a first down. This guy has been the biggest key to this team's success all season long. He's shown up in big moments. He's won big games. He's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's in the discussion to win the Heisman Trophy.
From the 47-yard line on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
And that one's incomplete. Stanford at the line, needing to convert on 3rd and short. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
Defenses have their hands full with him. They just give up a big pass there for a 1st down, but it's not just the arm you got to worry about, it's his legs too. This guy's top 10 in the nation, total touchdowns scored, and that's why he's in the discussion for the Heisman Trophy.
This Stanford offense moving quickly down the field. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got his man. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Defense showing the blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Leaves it with the back. Nice move to keep running. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially 2nd, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the 1st down really easily.
Looking to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinal. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Hey, when everything else is covered, sometimes you just got to look to the big fella. I mean, it might not be the right matchup, but I got the size, I can throw it to him, and he rewards you with the score.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Phil, is a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 7 over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Reinbold. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. With the catch, it's Bass. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Wants to throw again. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And he shows you the arm right there, but I tell you what, I've been impressed with this young man and his ability to do both. Rush, throw, lead a team, put up huge numbers in the top 10 in total TDs running and passing. And this dude very much in the Heisman race. He's had a great season. He can do a little bit of everything.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in.
And this offense is built around this dude. I mean, he is sensational. He's been so fun to watch, like play, pitch, and catch, spread the ball around, complete and total command of the offense, and that's why he's putting up big numbers, and that's why he's got a real chance to go to New York and try to win that Heisman Trophy.
This defense might be reeling after those last two and now facing 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. Bringing the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snap it to the back. And he gets gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want it.
And he just held on to the football too long, and the defense rode him out of bounds and forced the loss.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
He slides that just inside the right upright. With that field goal, guys, we're all tied up in the early going. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Reinbold. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Snags it over the middle. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. He might want another play. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throwing right. He's got an open man. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. Got it behind the line. It's Johnson. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Cavaliers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Reinbold. Makes a connection. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
It's so hard to get to quarterbacks when they get the ball out of their hands this fast. Great job understanding what the defense is doing, right away assessing, hitting the corner route right off the jump.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Virginia.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here comes the heat. just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Reinbold. Fires to the middle. Got him in the open. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something you practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictable.
Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it down the right side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Stanford quickly to the line.
It's just incredible. You see the arm talent in that last throw. The quarterback position is the hardest position to play in team sports. The fact that this guy is right out of high school and somehow in the conversation to win the Heisman Trophy, that's one of the best stories right now in all of sports.
And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20. They'll give it to the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. From the gun, the running back has it. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. It's 1st and goal as Stanford comes to the line. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
How great has this linebacker been in coverage these last 2 games now? That's now his 3rd interception in 2 games. He had 2 last week. First interception in this game on the opening drive. He's not only good against the run, he's not only good rushing the passer, but this guy is a monster in coverage.
Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Reinbold. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Johnson. Flying down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. Wide receiver comes in motion. To throw, it's Reinbold. They're setting up the screen. There he goes! Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets to the 25.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And the Cavaliers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun, the ground game. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
The Cavaliers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And the Cavaliers are on the move. Leaves it with the back. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've reached the end of the period. It's Virginia holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now he's looking to throw it. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down.
Here we go.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quarterback making checks. Dropping back, it's Reinbold. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
Stanford has it back. The Cardinal offense returning to the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Oh, they're after him. Snatches it on the right. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
Well, this guy has shown up time and time again for his football team. Top 10 statistically in passing yardage this year, but it's been in big games, in big moments where he's really shined. And that's why this guy's in contention to win the Heisman Trophy.
Here's a heat. Did the work himself. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Every possession later in the game means so much more. You start getting the fourth quarter, one-possession games, QB drops back and makes these first downs. These extra set of downs now become so much more important late in these ball games.
He's going to fire deep. Makes the grab. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
And, man, this guy's shown you the whole gamut, the whole arsenal. Like, he can run, he can throw, he can handle the moment, he can handle pressure. I'm interested to see how he finishes this season. He's already in the top 10 in total touchdowns, rushing and passing. Had a phenomenal year. Now is the time late in the season when you can go win those individual awards.
On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Stanford!
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the fourth. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up by 17 over Notre Dame. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think
It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. And that's a really good example of making the first thing first. What I mean is, you worry about milking the clock? No. How about taking care of the ball?
No doubt. In this 2-minute situation, right, with the game on the line, ball security has just got to be at a premium, and it's mistakes like that that cost you games.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. To the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Stanford wants to push the pace. Wants to go up top on first down. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinal! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense, because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
And they tacked on the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is...
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Stanford! That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take a 2-score lead late in this ball game. This defense just stepped up in a big moment.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So
down to Sim on the left. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
Well, you're down 2 possessions. The defense knows you're going to take shots, so it's not going to be easy. But how about that explosive play and a 50-50 ball? Guy comes down with it, and that is perfect. You've got to score quick and get the ball back quickly here to win this game.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
A shot toward the end zone. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Virginia! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Quarterback will keep it. A timely pickup to get the first down there, and it took a little something out of the crowd, too. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Stanford gets set to snap it on first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I think if you're offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
And on 4th down, they'll come up and take the knee.